We also have the stalagmites, which are exactly the opposite of these formations. You can see one behind you here. Those stalagmites grow at the same rate, but they aren't hollow because they are created when a drop of water hits the ground, leaving a layer of calcite behind. And over long periods of time, that area builds up into a cone. And these are how we date the formations themselves. We would use stalagmites instead of stalactites. Broken stalactite above our heads. You can see it kind of looks like tree rings inside. And those rings do tell us something about the stalactite, but instead of telling us how many years it's been growing, like the rings inside a tree would, it tells us how much water came through the cave. So, for example, during years of drought, there's going to be a lot more minerals in the water coming through this area. So the calcite crystals left behind are going to be reddish or brown. It's actually, I learned recently because of bacteria inside of it is forcing it outwards in many different directions alongside with what? Yeah. Well, our most recent room was only discovered in 1959. So, but there are other rooms, some are hidden around here. We're not allowed to go in there, obviously. But because unsafe or whatever the reasons be. So like this, but
you gotta keep in mind, there's also 1,000 other caves probably around this mountain somewhere. With just as much stuff like this. This is probably one of this is the one we excavated, found out, we got handed over, the Thompson brothers bought from the Charles Morton and James Richardson. So there's a lot of history in this cave too. Like I said, this is you can't estimate this because every.
If not, you go to the left.
Okay.
It is the most extensive part. It's about 80 steps in a row. It will get easier afterwards.
Because back in 1878, they actually discovered this room. Yeah, so they discovered this room and they thought this was like the lowest point. So they named it the basement room, but they had zero idea that. So if you guys look on the wall, it says James A. Richardson and Charles Morton. Okay. And CM stands for Charles Morton. Okay. Yeah. And it says November 11th, 1878 is when they inscribed that. But they actually first came into the cave around November 3rd, 1878. 1878. Yeah, that's when they...
actual entrance is huge. So, I mean, theoretically, if you wanted to, you could. But it's very, yeah, other than that, if you wanted to use rope or something. But there is a ladder that we don't use